Okay, this is Returns Outlet Simulator. I've played this before, you can see, for a fair bit, and I really liked the game, but there were some things that I was like, this really needs to change. So I thought, there's been a ton of updates to it. It's been over a year since I played this, so I thought, okay, it's time to come back, spend a little time with it, and see if those changes improved the stuff that was annoying me. So I got to name this shop. Could be some like cheap shizzle. I don't know if it. Oh, it won't fit more than $1. I like that name. All right. So anyway, I have a head cold, so just kind of bear with me. I have the sniffles. So, go back to the computer here. Okay, so you start the game with this loan, and then I'm trying to remember where all this stuff is on here. You have to buy some stuff, and I'm trying to go through the tutorial here. The game, the reason I didn't stick with it is it became a real, just kind of a slog. You're basically just buying pallets, putting stock on shelves, and manning a cash register. And a lot of these games, they end up just being cash register simulations, and that gets really boring. One of the improvements that supposedly happened is they added, I don't know if it's employees or if they added like a automatic cash register or self-checkout or something like that. It was one of those things. Place this shelf. That's a good spot, I guess. So, yeah, I'm kind of hoping that has happened, because it really gets boring, gets tedious running back and forth between the cash register and the stuff in the back. And then you end up just playing really long days where you spend the whole game day just checking out, doing checkout with customers, and then you spend even more, like, once the day has ended, you spend way more time back here dealing with pallets. So I'm going to place this close to the door because I want to get a second one eventually. So there we go. Then there's a bunch of junk in here. I may or may not worry about that. I'm going to go through the tutorial before I start just kind of doing my own thing. So the premise of the game is pretty cool. The game itself is well done as far as the design and how everything works and flows and all of that. There's no serious glitches or anything that I remember from this game. And when I played it, it was... Let's see, to cut those, I need all the tools. When I played it, it was a early release, I think, if I remember right. But anyway... it's pretty polished as far as all that goes. It's just a matter of some of the elements weren't there to kill the tedium after a while. And it sounds like, having read through the updates for the last few months, it sounds like most of that has been fixed. Oops. Oh, you gotta bank it hard. Alright. So basically you get a pallet, you open it up. I'm deconstructing the pallet. You don't have to, but it sure is helpful. And then you have to scan products, so then you know what it is, and then you have a price structure to start with. So basically what it says is the average market price. I just take that as if this was new on the shelf price. Whoops, wrong button. That's the average market price. So you take these items, and I almost forgot you can pick up multiples of stuff. You're limited by weight, not by size or just a fixed number. So you take the stuff and you put it on the shelf, which I don't remember. Oh, right button. Okay. And so there you go. And then those things are now on the shelf. No, they're not. I have to set a price. There you go. So market value, I can just leave it. And then it prices it according to condition. So it will automatically add or subtract to the price depending on the condition of the item. And then I open the store and wait for somebody to come in and buy stuff. So you've now seen most of the general stuff that you do in this game. So these smartwatches, I keep doing that. They're worth a bunch of money, so that's cool. So later on, you get to the point, there's added stuff. Eventually you get to the point where you can repair items and all kinds of, and that adds a whole new layer of all right, lady, yeah, buy one of everything. Buy 5 of everything. But anyway, each of those adds a new layer of logistics you have to take care of. So, anyway, and then this is just the cash register, so she doesn't need any change. How do I tell? I think I just, what do I do to, okay, cool. What do I can't remember how I tell them you're good to go. Because she doesn't need any change. Oh, yeah, there you go. The give button. So anyway, yeah, so what you're seeing right here, you spend a lot of time doing this early game here. So probably what I'm going to do is, well, I'll keep talking for a little bit, but I don't think there's a whole lot to show you until I've gone a lot further into the game. So, yeah, I think I'll just cut off the chatter right now and just play for a while, and then I'll come back. It's going to be quite a while, so I may end up doing like a skip ahead or something, because it's going to take at least an hour to really get somewhere in this game. So, alright. Yeah. Okay. I'll come back at you after a little while. Okay, we're back at the Mo Than a Dollar store. And you can see I've done a lot of expansion. So there's a bunch of shelves. I added several shelves. I've got a workbench. I've got, first thing in the morning, make your payments. I don't think I pointed that out before. And then perks. This is where you raise skills. So every time you make a level, your level bar is on the top right corner. Every time you make a level, you get to add a perk. And I've got several. As you can see, all the orange ones, those are what I already have. So I'm just kind of going through and so I'm going to get the AC pallets. So A and C pallets are another size of pallet, another type. So on the right here, that's kind of my This Is Special Stuff shelf. Then I've sort of got like home goods and electronics happening against that wall. And then the big thing is that self-checkout right there. So you can see my register is open. That's what the little open sign right there says. But now I don't have to deal with customers. I can turn my register off if I want. And then I also got auctions, which were in the game before, I remember. But they weren't. They've been refined a little bit. They weren't as easy. This is way easier to understand what's going on and how it's working. So that's cool. But anyway, so I have my register open. Somebody can come over. I can check them out like you saw before. Easy. Done. And then, yeah, so you can see I've got sporting goods on the back wall. And you can't, that shelf's empty right now, but tools are normally over there on the left. And so there, I close the register so I don't have to deal with it anymore. I want to hang out with some auctions and just pay attention. So you look at the time, it's 11 a.m. right now, so the 11 a.m. auction just started. Computers and consoles, too expensive. I don't have a big bank account in this game, and never did in the last one when I played a ton. Excuse me, because there's no reason to. It's better to keep buying inventory, keep buying stuff, keep building. You can see my my cutter on the bottom there, number 2. My cutter is upgraded. Just little things. I bought those bins. I'm going to end up moving them, and here's the repair station. So I don't have any of whatever that is. So this stuff is kind of waiting for that. Because this stuff is worth it. You see that's worth $100? It will double in value pretty close if I upgrade it. That's where the game starts getting more fun. I'm spending less time doing this and more time working on stuff. When I got this latest perk, I screwed up. I should have. That was dumb of me. Anyway, I should have got the. What am I thinking? Oh, I'm waiting for 1 p.m. I should have got the components perk, because then you can just buy pallets of parts and save having to... Because basically what I do is I'll buy a pallet, like if I win this one, which I guess is possible, but probably not. I'm not sure if it's worth this much. So, yeah. I'll just buy a pallet. So, what I've been doing is getting stuff, and you have a lot of cheap items, like keyboards and mice and little things like that are they're under $10 at best, at their best prices. So, and I like mystery pallets because they're usually a mix of things, and it's fun. And a lot of times on mystery pallets, you'll end up with a special item or something. So anyway, those cheap items, I will disassemble them entirely and just take the parts and use them to fix more expensive items in order to make more money. So this is a pallet of tools, and then I can see there's some what do you calls it? Components on there. That's cool. And then get rid of this stuff so it's out of the way. Probably need to move these garbage cans. They might be better over against the back wall. But anyway, so this, see, I can fix this. Boom. And now it went up. This wasn't worth it. I wouldn't normally do that, but I wanted to show you. So it went up by pretty close to double. A lot of items will go up somewhere between 50% to 100% depending on the thing. And then you see I have the big shelf over there. That's so I can do this. I can pick up multiple items, put the runs ready to go on the shelf, and should have put them on the bottom. Yeah. Anyway, and work on several items at once like that. So these are really worth it. These will literally go to $150 if they're fixed. They'll sell for about $135 or $150, and so it's totally worth fixing them, right? That's why all the items need to be fixed. Put them on the bottom shelf there. $150 when it's brand new. See that? And then so this is my flow. So I have that shelf so that all of those items on the bottom, they can be. Those are things I need to fix. These are also worth fixing because you can get over $100 for these when they're done. So you see it went to $100 being fixed. I don't have the parts. I'm just going to sell it as is. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of my workflow in here. That's what I do. What you're seeing right now, this is probably, as far as I can tell, this is going to be as good as it gets. Because I don't see any other items I can buy. But... see, what was okay, so I'm going to disassemble this, and normally I wouldn't because it's worth, but you can see now you get these, and these are worth XP, so it's worth kind of doing some of that. Wow, way more of them. So this is the workflow. This is basically what I do. I have a register that's just on autopilot up there, so customers are coming in, my dollars in the top corner going up all the time as people buy things. and I can do a bunch of purchase and repair in the background. So I'm going to use these shelves as special or as I have tons of these items, I think. So yeah, I'm just kind of, this is how you start progressing faster in the game. So I'm at level 15 right now. Inside the next half hour, I'll probably get to level 17 or 18. Because you just keep doing this stuff. And it keeps building up that. And then all the stuff, when you discard, ends up in those. And then you end up with more and more just good stuff. I wasn't watching the price tags. See, I talked about it and did it anyway. It was dumb. But anyway, yeah, and then you can tell how repaired something is by how the box looks, or just by the price tag, because you know, like, one of those speakers is worth this much if it's full, 125 if it's full. Oh, forgot to switch to the axe. I do that a lot. But anyway, and then so you'll know that it's 125 if it's full. So if you're holding one and it says 125, it's full. So these are parts, which is cool. And then these, oh look, a cutter. So not worth fixing, so I'm just going to take the parts off of it and scrap it. And I'll do the same on these. These are a little bit more expensive than I usually tear things up, but still $20, that's not that big of a deal. And broken items take way longer to sell than good items do. Nice, I need one of those. So you can put broken items on the shelf, but they don't pay well. They take forever to sell, and they don't sell for very much. So it's really not worth the trouble. So now I can fix this. I forgot to note the price. I should have paid, but you can see it went up by $60 doing that. So I can bring this out, put it on the shelf. And I think, yeah, here's the other thing I haven't shown you is pricing. I'm putting everything at roughly 80%, somewhere in that range. And I do even dollars on everything. I don't screw around with a bunch of pennies. And yeah, so that's this is kind of my workflow. I'm gonna, these are complicated to fix or not complicated to fix, and I'll treat them accordingly. So yeah, I need to move those cans. Whatever. Hopefully I'm hoping, I need to look, but I seem to remember there was an upgrade added in one of the updates that allows you to automatically collect the scrap value right here from the table. So when you do that, it just gives you the scrap value and you don't have to do the bins anymore. But yeah, I'm just trying to remember that off the top of my head. So anyway, yeah, I'm just processing the pallets, and this is how you kind of run the game. You make money. So put these out on the shelf and the knife out, and call it good. So wonder what part this needs. If it's something simple, I'll fix it. Yeah, I've got that. Okay. So that bumped the price pretty decent. I guess I can see what that one is. Nah, that's not worth it. So anyway, excuse me. So yeah, I'm just you just keep kind of doing this, and you keep upgrading through the game. It is a lot of fun. So I will say that more than like an hour will go by and you won't realize that you've been sitting here doing what feels like it should be totally repetitive stuff over and over. It will feel like you've been doing that for an hour. Or it'll feel like that's all you've been doing. Like you'll think, this is all I've been doing. But in reality, you'll be like, you won't realize that an hour just passed. It goes really fast. So this is a very engaging game for some reason. So I'll give it that. And I'll say this is on my recommend list. I already liked it before when I played it last year. And now, with all these updates, this is great. So, all right, there you go. See you on the next one.